Oh, hold on. Let me make it nice and big for you ninjas. You know, and it's funny because like my haters never show this, obviously. They just play the Netflix version. So look at this. Look at the fucking crazy edit, dude. Look at the crazy edit you guys are about to see here.
The two would be too tough. You know, the two would be too tough. You know,
you've backtracked on that already.
And then look at how he cuts.
The two would be too tough. You know,
you've backtracked on that already.
And then I look down, right? He says, you backtracked already, and I look down. Now, obviously, they did this on purpose, right? They did this on purpose. Now, look what really happened.
Some people in this backtracked on that already.
No, yeah, it's so funny.
No, it's just that I think the way I see it is that we had like a sort of weird relationship in the past when we started, where he was seeing other girls and kind of like taking seriously, kind of not. And I think if that ever comes to reality, it will have to be some special girls that we have to be in some sort of connection. We accept everything, and we are like in the same.
Yeah, she would need to. We've talked about this. She would need to get like the other girl. Like I would.
Oh yeah,
I would make a point that I would make a point that they would get along, because I don't think this like that would be a headache for me.
No, they say about polygamy that number one is that the two wives are closer than they are to the husband.
Yes, that's so important. That's very, very important.
But even then, I think it's hard.
No, and everything will have to be equal in order to work, I guess. So I don't know. I think we will see in the future if that ever happens. Like I don't see it happening right now because he works too much. He barely has time for me. So I don't know. I don't see him doing it, honestly. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know.
But yeah, the thing I wanted to really, the thing also I wanted to like really highlight is that she comes from a two-parent household, strong father, masculine male, takes care of the family. So she comes from a very good background, which is why we're compatible. We both have both of our parents together, nuclear families. The man does what he's supposed to do.
Good values in the
right.
family.
So we have very similar values when it comes to that. She's met my parents on several occasions. They love her. So,
you know, in that scenario where you've got, let's say, two wives, right?
Yeah.
But would you also have like a rotation outside of that?
Oh man, I don't know if I'd be able to do it at that point. I don't know. I'm like really tired of these girls. So like, you know.
But in theory, that's something you think, you know, like Elon Musk say. They always say he's the sort of template for how it's supposed to be for a Superman.
But also, I wouldn't want to be in a situation.
Do you agree with that though? Is that how you see it? That like ideally you'd have like 10 and they'd all and have children with all of them.
I don't know if I'd go that far, and especially with some of these girls like going crazy, like the Ashley St. Clair stuff, where like he's not even claiming that kid and she's suing him. Like, no, man, that's a nightmare.
That's some people in this part of the culture, right, who advocate.
So look at how much he cut out, chat. Look at how much he cut out. Again, look at this.
The two would be too tough, you know.
You've backtracked on that already.
So I go, two would be too tough. And he goes, you backtracked on that already, right? And then I put my head down. Deceptive fucking editing. Right? But that's not what happened.
People in this backtracked on that already.
No. Yeah, it's so funny.
No, it's just that I think the way
and it's a whole other conversation. And we talk about this topic. Like, are you serious? Bro, he cut out what? We're at 11 seconds here? He cut out over 2 minutes. He cut out over 2 minutes, chat. And then this is where it picks back up when he cut.
This part of the culture, right, who advocates for the idea of like the one part of the
dude. Like fucking credible. And they did that with almost everything. They removed When She Kissed Me. They removed all that shit, dude, because they didn't want to make it look like we're in a good relationship. So this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. And again, I know some people